This is the Civilization 4 NLL. Hello, welcome to the Noble Leaders League. I am Kjotleik. This is the third division game between Mehmed II and Alexander. Both leaders are mid-table. Mehmed number 8, 5 points. Alexander number 10, also 5 points. Both leaders with 2 wins, a draw and 2 losses. Both have lost to Montezuma, and neither of them have had the same result twice in a row. This is Mehmed II. He starts next to some jungle and a few rivers here. There are cows, there is clams, there's also oil up here. And we see he starts on the eastern continent. However, this also stretches across the international date line, so that this is the same continent as this. And we see that Alexander's starting position is just on the border, on the date line I mean. Starting with the scout and the settler, there are sheep, 2 stones, wheat, wine, and incense. So that's good for Alexander, but Mehmed II has more green lands around his area. So let's see if he can take advantage of that by starting the game. And off we go. Mehmed II versus Alexander, and Alexander is pleased with Mehmed already from the start. Mehmed is weaker than Alexander though, 1 city each for both of them at the moment. Alexander is first to 2 cities, and Alexander is first to 3 cities, but they are building towards each other, and we see here Mehmed is expanding in his place. 92, 95. 6 cities to Alexander, 4 to Mehmed. They are in different religions. Hinduism for Alexander, Buddhism for Mehmed. They have soon touching borders. Not yet. I expect the city to plop down in between them any minute now. 6 cities each, by the way. And Mehmed up to 7 now. 7 cities. To Alexander 6. Has Alexander stopped building settlers? Oh, we have the war. The war is on and Alexander has attacked. He has raised the city. Now Alexander's up to 7 cities. Mehmed is down to 5. He's up to 6 again, by the way, because he settled another one on that continent in the middle of the map, and he settles also an island there. 7 cities Alexander, 8 cities Mehmed. Mehmed is equal strength with Alexander. We have the peace treaty here, but it was a war, and that means that Alexander is not exactly on friendly terms with Mehmed, to put it mildly. Mehmed now 9 cities, Alexander up to 8. We are at turn 187, and angry Alexander is in another war. We have the next war already. Mehmed is on 9 cities, Alexander on 8. Turn 202 is here, and Mehmed is a little bit weaker than Alexander, but that could be because of units lost and stuff when they are fighting. But Mehmed is still building settlers. He's settling another city. 10 cities Mehmed, 9 cities Alexander, and Mehmed is 0.7 the strength of Alexander now. So Alexander is really building up his military, trying to make it happen. 10 cities to Mehmed, 9 to Alexander. Mehmed is up to 0.8. 0.8 to turn to 28 at the moment. 11 cities Mehmed now, 9 cities Alexander. It looks to me like Mehmed is slowly building up his empire by using his settlers. 12 cities to Mehmed, 9 to Alexander at the moment. And Mehmed is only 0.8 the strength of Alexander though. That could be an issue. Different religions, still 12 cities Mehmed, 9 cities Alexander, turn 243. 10 cities Alexander now, 11 Mehmed, 10 Alexander. 0.7 the strength of Alexander now for Mehmed. Mehmed is still weaker than, but up to 0.8. 10 cities Alexander, 12 cities Mehmed now. 12 cities for Mehmed and 10 for Alexander, and the CVR at turn 258. Already Alexander going for compass, the same as Mehmed. And we are looking at Mehmed going optics. Yes, he wants to get into the new world, even though the new world is a small new world. in this map. 14 cities Mehmed, 9 Alexander. We are still in the war. It does not look like Mehmed is going to lose too much by being in war with Alexander at the moment. Mehmed is also in Golden Age, and there is the peace treaty, 14 cities to 9, and Mehmed is going to get astronomy while Alexander goes towards banking. 2 turns left of the Golden Age for Mehmed. 1 turn left, and there it is over 15 cities to 9 at the moment for Mehmed II. And Alexander going towards gunpowder while Mehmed goes towards guild. 15 cities to 9, and Alexander, we have the next war. This is going to be war constantly, isn't it? And Mehmed is a little bit stronger than Alexander right now, and Alexander is going for optics while at war. 14 cities to 10 is the count at the moment. Mehmed is going to get guilds any day now, any turn. And then he goes for banking afterwards. Alexander goes towards nationalism. 14 cities Mehmed, 10 cities Alexander. The fighting is real, but they haven't been able to capture many cities yet. And we have the peace treaty signed, turn 306. And 14 cities to 10 favoring Mehmed II. Will he spend these few turns in peace building up? Alexander has settled another city, but so has Mehmed. Mehmed has built his first city on that new continent in the southwest. 15 cities to 12. Alexander is also moving along, and now we have the next war. Of course we have the next war. 17 cities Mehmed. Mehmed is going for gunpowder now. 17 cities to 11. And gunpowder is in for Mehmed. Alexander going military tradition. Mehmed gets paper first. Then what he's going to do, 18 cities to 12. Then he goes divine right. Yeah, he probably does go divine right, and 18 to 12 is the city count. Mehmed is a little bit stronger than Alexander, but not by much. 18 to 12, turn 332. 18 to 12, and we see the fighting going on with all the units that are lost, and 18 to 12. Alexander going for astronomy as well. Mehmed is now almost to nationalism. 18 cities to 12. Nationalism is in for Mehmed. Alexander is getting astronomy as we speak. And there Mehmed changed some civics. 19 cities Mehmed. Alexander is getting astronomy now. Philosophy for Mehmed. Both of them are going towards education. Mehmed is faster. 19 cities to 11 favoring Mehmed. We have the peace treaty. Turn 353. 19 cities to 12, and Mehmed is going to get education first. And he is also 1.5 times as strong as Alexander, and he now goes directly towards liberalism, which means that he's probably going to get that first as well. Turn 361 now. Mehmed gets liberalism, and we will get the message. Yeah, Mehmed is first to liberalism. I don't know what he took, but he gets constitution in a turn. And we have the war going on with Alexander trying to go for printing press while Mehmed is on corporations. 22 cities to 12 favoring Mehmed II. I don't think that Alexander is going to get anywhere with these wars. He should rather try to do something else and try to get a non-military victory condition. But that is probably not what Alexander does, is it? 22 cities to 12, both are on printing press. And of course Mehmed is going to get it first by a few turns and then go on to replaceable parts. Turn 379, 380, comes along 23 cities to 13. 23 to 13, Mehmed II. There is still the war raging, and Mehmed is 1.5 times as strong as Alexander. Going for democracy though, Alexander is going towards replaceable parts. Mehmed is 1.6 times as strong, 25 cities to 13 at the moment. And Mehmed going scientific method, while Alexander goes replaceable parts. 25 cities to 13, and then communism next for Mehmed. Turn 391. This game is not over, although I doubt very much that Alexander will be able to get a victory here. That ship seems to have sailed, but he doesn't need to lose. He's going rifling now, but Mehmed is 1.8 times as strong as Alexander, with 25 cities to 13. So it is, and it's a peace treaty. Alexander goes for rifling, and it's a peace treaty, and he's going to get rifling before the peace treaty ends. I believe Mehmed on physics as well, 26 cities to 12. Can Alexander hold out? We have passed turn 400. 99 turns left, does it say? 26 cities to 12, Alexander is going towards rifling. What is Mehmed doing? Going for steam power. 26 cities to 12, Alexander are getting rifling almost right now. But the problem is that Alexander, he could lose domination here because Mehmed is expanding it, taking all the land tiles possible. 27 to 13 cities. The war is on, and I believe if Mehmed takes a few cities now, there should be the domination incoming. 13 cities left for Alexander. Can Mehmed take a few, enough of them to reach the domination? He gets railroads at least, and going for combustion next with 27 to 13 in the city count. 1.8 times as strong as Alexander as well. Mehmed going for it now. 1.6 times the strength of Alexander. Going for assembly line. That could be an important technology. Alexander is on liberalism. He's not going to get that in a while. 27 to 13 is the city count. And fascism is next for Mehmed. Once we see Alexander start losing cities again, then it will be maybe over for the Greek leader. But we have the peace treaty. We have the peace treaty, 27 cities to 13. Mehmed II has the advantage, he's going electricity. Alexander is getting liberalism right now, and there is another city founded, 28 to 13, but we have 70 turns left. It has been so much war that there is no way Mehmed is going to reach space. The only victory conditions he could reach is probably domination and culture at the moment. We'll just have to see. We do have another war though. 28 cities to 13. Mehmed is going to get electricity. Alexander is going for democracy. But while Alexander still has 13 cities, it doesn't look like Mehmed is going to be capable of reaching domination. I think that Mehmed must take a few cities off of Alexander, but I don't really know. I don't know how close it is. There are some water tiles in the Greek territories though. 29 to 13, and Mehmed now on industrialism, getting that there. And he goes forth towards plastics while Alexander is on economics, 29 cities to 13. But with industrialism, I'm interested to see if Alexander is going to start losing cities now, turn 452. Mehmed, you are leaving it a little bit late if you want to win this game now. .5 times the strength of Alexander. 3.7 times, 3.9 times. So Mehmed is winning the battles now. And Alexander, it's only a matter of time before your city starts to fall. But turn 460, we have only 40 turns left. So if Mehmed wants that domination, he needs to start picking up cities, Greek cities. 29 to 13 is the city count. Mehmed with 4 times the strength of Alexander, but he still doesn't seem capable of taking cities, and we are only 37 turns left to the deadline to turn 500. 13 cities for Alexander. 12 cities now, 1 has fallen. 12 cities for Alexander, 1 has fallen. Is that enough for Mehmed to get domination? It doesn't look that way. Maybe he need a couple more. Let's see. But now Mehmed is 5.5 times as strong as Alexander, so there should be more cities, Greek cities, falling now. Let's just see if that is what happens. But we are only 30 turns from the end of the game. Anyway, 12 cities left for Alexander. Can you hold on for a point? That is the excitement here now. 31, 33, 11 cities for Alexander now. He lost another one. With 27 turns left of the game, he did lose another one. He's down to 11 cities, and Mehmed, you must be close to domination now. How close are you? Is it enough to take another city? Or is it enough to just settle one of the islands in the middle of the map up north? That is the question I ask. 11 cities left for Alexander. 23 turns left on the clock. And going for satellites, well, that doesn't matter. Alexander is going for military science, but he has 11 cities left. 21 turns. 10 cities now. Alexander is down to 10 cities, and there it is. That was enough for Mehmed II, who wins a domination victory. Congratulations to Mehmed for winning that one. It was late, but it was enough. 2 points, turn 480, 2060 AD. Congratulations to Mehmed II. A total of 7 wars were declared, the first 3 by Alexander, the last 4 by Mehmed II. The last war that ended the game was declared in 2017 on turn 437 by Mehmed II, 3-0 winning in the city captured, city lost, for a domination 2060 or turn 480 ending. Congratulations to Mehmed II. Let's go take a look at the stats. Here are the graphs. Mehmed is green and he is number 1 in score. GNP, they were even until 1900 and then Mehmed got away. Production, yeah, they were even until what, 1500, 1600 something, and then Mehmed got away. Food was actually Alexander best until 1645 and then Mehmed was best from there on out. Power was very even all the way up until approximately here. And then Mehmed went away. Culture. There are a few culture bombs by Mehmed here, but he didn't pass Alexander in culture until what, around 2000 approximately. Espionage, pretty even, I have to say. Demographics then, Mehmed II with 21 of 2 in GNP, 992 in production is good, 827 in food is good. We see a lot less numbers here at Alexander's side, so with 46.7 million versus 1.8, that is a big difference. Let's go find the top 6 cities and the wonders. Go to the bottom to find out 1, 2, 3, 4 wonders were constructed in the BC era. And let's go back to the top so you can just pay attention to what is happening. The top 6 cities, the top 2 are Mehmed II cities, then Alexander, Mehmed II, Mehmed II, Mehmed II, so Alexander has Athens in 3rd place, and the rest of them are Ottoman cities. Statistics, we find that Mehmed has planted 30 cities, 5 religions, founded 3 golden ages. Currently he has 74 windmills, 56 towns and 28 workshops. He did build a total of 28 granaries and barracks and 27 lighthouses, 5 levies, go page down, and all the wonders, Taj Mahal, Sistine Chapel, you can read all about it here, Academy at the bottom there as well, and page down to get down to the Eiffel Tower that was built by Mehmed II. That is the last one on the list. Go to the top and look at current units then. 101 infantries, 45 transports, 32 workers, and a caravel at the bottom. Total trained units are 59 longbowmen, 54 cuirassiers, 51 workboats, 12 cannons. Let's go page down. And all the way to 1 great merchant, and let's go also 1 page down again, and 1 SAM infantry at the bottom there. You killed a total of 72 riflemen, 65 caravels, 42 macemen, 40 pikemen, all the way to a trireme at the bottom, and your losses were 55 cuirassiers, 36 swordsmen, 32 crossbowmen, 29 war elephants, down to 1 marine. Alexander, 14 cities built, 1 raised, 2 religions, 2 golden ages, currently 19 towns, 70 windmills, 6 cottages. You built a total of 17 granaries, 15 barracks, 13 lighthouses, and we see the list is down to 1 Muslim and Musalas is there. Let's go page down to see that the Hanging Gardens is at the bottom of the list. So let's top, and then current units. 49 riflemen, 10 workers, 5 catapults and 1 Theist missionary. That is not much to brag about, but what did you build then? 77 workboats. Congratulations Alexander, that's the game gone for you. 62 caravels, 58 riflemen, 4 warriors. Let's go page down and see that it ends with a great scientist. Then let's go for kills. 55 cuirassiers, 36 swordsmen, 32 crossbowmen, all the way down to an artillery. Your losses, however, 72 riflemen, 65 caravels, 42 macemen, and 40 pikemen, and 36 crossbowmen, and 1 settler at the bottom. So these have been the statistics. Let's go take a look at the victory conditions screen and the cities. The screen shows Mehmed II on 74.14% of the land area, which means that he has reached the domination threshold. And nobody is close to culture, but Apostolic Palace built by Mehmed II, and we see here that he is also stronger in score. So exit, and let's take a look at his cities. 33 cities in total for Mehmed. Let's sort by population and make sure we are at the top. Yes. Building the Apollo program in Denizli, 108 per turn. Ironworks for 111 in Edirne. Another palace is built in Bursa. Why are you building a palace in Bursa? I don't know, but okay. 91 production also in Ankara, and 94 in Istanbul. So there are a few cities that have good production. A little bit unhappiness among the bigger cities, but elsewhere it's pretty decent. And yeah, a little bit of negative health. Food in the big 30s for the most part. 41 in Malatya. Malatya, yes. Base commerce, none of them triple digits, but that's it. And production is pretty good, I'd say. Sivas, size 7 is the bottom on the first page. Sivas there, so Amasya and down are on page 2, and we see that those cities are also small and, well, they are doing stuff. So let's go to the Alexander and find the Alexander cities then. Alexander the Greek, he has 10 cities at the moment, so let's go here and sort by population to see Thebes, Ephesus, Corinth, Eretria, Athens, Sparta, Mycenae, Rhodes, Pergamon, and Miletus. Building rifleman, have 1 frigate, a catapult, and 2 caravels, so military units at least. Spoiler alert, results and updated league tables follows after this screen. Updated league tables show us Mehmed II in 4th place with 7 points and a positive 30 score turn difference. Alexander is number 12 with 5 points and a negative 24. Tomorrow we are in the 2nd division. The games are Louis XIV versus Augustus Caesar and Wang Con versus Roosevelt. But that is tomorrow. I am Kjotleik. This has been the Noble Leaders League. I hope to see you back tomorrow, but this is enough for today. Goodbye for now.